Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you for waiting in the waiting room for a good 6 minutes. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. You remember, y'all can unmute y'all mic.
Peace, peace. It's all good.
Peace, family. This will be recorded.
Peace,
Peace,
fam.
peace.
So today we're going to do something kind of simplified because a lot of you guys have already been let inside of the actual Discord with the rest of the classes. So who has started on the rest of the classes? I know y'all couldn't get the phase 1 through 4 links, but I just updated that today. On my end, it was working because I'm the one that created the link, so it let me see it. But I thought you guys could see it. But I did just upload the new one. So if you guys wanted to work on anything new, y'all can go ahead. But 3D modeling in Blender starts in phase 2. So that's just a heads up. The phase 1 through 4 is like a different software. 3D software is very good to know that software as well, but it's kind of the one that already comes on the computer, set in the computer. I do want you guys to know the basics and then go to phase 2. But if you guys want to just go to phase 2 to start in Blender, I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
So has anybody started or wanted to start on
Yeah, I
that?
had started. I opened up phase one. First video on phase one I had started on.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, today we're going to be learning about particles and how to use particles because in Blender, if you know how to use particles, you can create water, you can create like rivers, oceans, you can create fire, wind, so you can create different elements. So this is going to be, it looks basic, but you can take this to an entirely different level because I do want you guys to build like a water flow and be creative with your own intention and your own creation. I always say that I will teach you something basic and I want you to go turn around and flip it and make it your own model design, animation, whatever we're doing at the time. But today is a basic animation class. So if you guys are ready to get started, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we already know how to add the mesh, correct? So I'm just going to move the box on the x-axis to the right. Does anybody know how I just moved that? I do want participation in the class today to see who's been working in here today.
You scaled it.
G
G what?
GX.
Yes, yes, GX. All right. So we
Mhm.
added the spear mix, and this is the iconic spear. And remember, you guys can rename these at the top if you don't want to get confused on what you got going on. I will delete this camera because I'm going to import my own camera. Um, so yeah. So now I'm going to click tab to get into edit mode. I'm going to right click, hit subdivide, open up that subdivide. I'm going to change the number of cuts to 10 and I'm going to change the smoothness to about 1. And this is just my preference so it can look a certain way. Then I'm going to get out of edit mode by clicking tab and I'm going to go I'm not going to change shading yet. Not yet. In a minute I'm going to change the shading department. Um so I moved the cube on the x-axis, already did all that. So I highlight the spear, make sure that the spear is highlighted. So now what we want to do, we want to go into our particles division on the right hand side of the computer screen, particle properties. We want to hit the add button to add in a new particles property, okay? So when you go here, you want to go to field weight. If you scroll down here, you'll see field weights. Click down that drop down button. Now, gravity, because we're working with particles, we want to make this 0. Want to zero that out. If you click play over here, you now see particles coming emitting from the icosphere. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Now we're going to go to force field. And the way to add force field is a regular shift A, go down to the bottom, and we're going to do turbulence. We're going to hit turbulence because we want this to not be so harmonic, but kind of distributed. Okay. Anybody got any questions? No? Okay. So now what we're going to do is click S and we're going to scale up that force field just to about so. So you can see that. Now look, that is the X on the screen. Now we're going to go to scene properties. We're going to choose field. So turbulence is what I mean when I say we're going to choose field properties in the scene department. It's already highlighted here. So now we're going to go down to the physics property. Anybody know where the physics property is? I got to highlight it anyway. We're going to go to strength. We're going to change this strength to 50. Now, the reason why we're changing the strength to 50 is to give it a little bit more volume. So if you press play now, you see it disperses, right? So it's going from inwards to outwards. So you can do whatever you want to do with this. I will change the flow to about 8. And that's what happens when I change the flow. So it's not going so fast. It's kind of going a little bit slower. And it's not going all the way out at one time. Does anybody have any questions? Choose whatever desired volume that you want to choose from. Don't make it look like mine, make it look like yours. Now we're going to go to slow it down, we're going to go to output properties. We're going to go to, I believe, time revamping. We're going to go to ode and we're going to choose 50 to correlate with the 50 that we just did in the physics department. So that has slowed it down a little bit as well. In dimensions, go to revamping. I think I already did that. Now we're going to go back to the physics property. I kind of went ahead because we were supposed to change the flow after we changed the output properties, but it's okay. You can change the flow while you're already over here in the physics department. So you don't have to get it twisted. Just change the flow and the strength at the same time so you don't have to go back and do it. Now what we're going to do is scale the sphere down to a very small ball. So we're going to highlight the sphere, scale it down to about that big or however you like, okay? So that you won't see the actual object that the particles are coming out of, okay? If that makes sense. Y'all know I always take my own notes on my stuff. So again, make sure this looks like whatever you guys want this to look like for you. So hopefully you guys are taking some notes because I will ask you guys some questions in a minute. So now I'm going to go to the particles section. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find render, hit the drop down button on render. I'm going to change render as to object. Okay. I'm going to go to instant object underneath here and I'm going to choose the cube. So now they're coming out as cubes because remember we slid that cube over here. We slid that cube over here. And so the particles that's coming out are now the shape of these cubes. Does anybody got any questions? Okay. So if you like this look, go with it. If you don't, do whatever you want to do. But I'm personally going to change the size of my particles in a second. But for now, I'm going to go to scene property and I'm going to choose the cube. You can just highlight the cube on your screen per usual. I'm going to go to materials. I'm going to change the surface to emissions, and then I'm going to change the color to whatever my desired color is. What color do you guys like?
Yeah, green cool.
Now let's see how that looks. Remember, once you change the color, now you can go into the shading. And I did change the strength. Let's zoom in. I did change the strength to about 9.8. You can change the strength to whatever that you like. It kind of gives it a like a glowing effect. And I think that's just really cool. I love the little glowing effect or whatever. Um uh Now we're going to go to the render properties at the top. You guys should know where that is. Make sure that your render engine is in EVE. Mine's is already there. So mine's is designated to that point. So I don't really need to change that. And here, make sure that bloom is highlighted. Now it has the glowing effect. Make sure ambient oculus is highlighted, and make sure screen space reflections is highlighted. So now we have a glowing in the dark effect, right? Anybody got any questions? Anybody like the color? You want to change the color? Let me know.
I have a
Um,
question.
yes.
If I do this in cycles, will it come out the same?
No. Mm-mm. Which one do you have? Which blender do you have?
I have 3.0,
Mm, let's see.
and my computer has an M1 chip.
You see how it changed?
I didn't hear that.
I said you see how it changed when I did
Yes.
cycle.
Now it
So
looks kind of computerized.
yeah. So if
Okay.
you want this look, just go with this. Do you have EVE on 3.0?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Just go with that. What
Okay.
kind of computer do you got?
It's an Apple with the M1 chip.
I don't know, girl. I don't even know I don't know what the M1 chip is. I do not
Throw the
know what
chip
the
away.
is,
Child,
number
I
one.
didn't know what it was when I bought it. Whatever, I'm
Okay.
stuck with it. But okay,
Okay.
I'll stay in EV mode.
Okay. Yeah. Because
All
that's how
right.
we're gonna get this desired look right here.
Okay.
Um, so now that we made the bloom, we're now gonna go back to the scene property and we're gonna choose the icosphere again. That's how it look when you choose it, because of course we got to highlight it. That's not how it's gonna look. Um, Now we're gonna go to particle settings again, and we're going to change. We're gonna resize. So we're gonna go to scale. Where is scale? Let's go to the bottom. There we go. We're gonna go to scale and we're gonna change this. Mine's probably still on here the same, to 0.10. Again, do this how you want to do this. You don't have to do it the size that I'm doing. This is just something randomly I just chose to do. Everybody. And then I'm going to choose scale randomness to 1. Okay. So now this is how it will look. And remember, um, there's other departments and particles that will make this look like water. So just get in here and play with stuff, and you will be amazed at what you can do in here. I'm just showing you a way to get the particles so you can have an understanding and overstanding of how to operate in particles. And once you do, you can come in here and create your own elements of your choice. Okay. So what did I just do? I scaled the randomness. Now I'm going to go to emissions. This is in the same property. So just scroll up to emissions right here. I'm going to go to number and I'm going to put 50,000. So this is changing the number of particles now. So it went from 10,000 to now 50,000. No, it went from 10. So I'm going to change the end of this as well in a second. I just wanted y'all to see how that looks like that. Let me zoom out, zoom in. That's a whole lot. Let me change it. Let me do 20,000. Yeah, Still kind of looks the same. You can change this to whatever it is that you want to change it to. Like I said, this is just what I be doing. For my own personal reasons. Now I'm going to go to I'm going to go back to render, and I'm going to change the size because I see it's a little too big, and I'm gonna scale it to 0.5 and see how that looks. Or that actually, let me change my settings because I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm gonna change that in a second. What else do I need to do? Oh, that's why. It's supposed to be 0.005. There we go. I'm like, why the hell does my shit look like that? Okay, that's how it's supposed to look now. Now I'm gonna go back down to where was we at? Or up. I'm gonna go change this back to 50,000. So it kind of looks a little bit like it got some body going on to it. Okay. Does everybody get this so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to go to the world properties, right? I'm going to change the background to whatever my desired look is. And because this is going to kind of go in the darkish, I'm going to change my background to black. You guys can change it to whatever you guys want to change it to. That is solely up to you. Now I'm going to change the frames per second, and I'm going to do it to about 525. And I am going to go to the field settings back to, so I'm going to go to turbulence, go to field settings. I'm going to go to the physics department, which is this one. And I am going to go under settings. That's already my drop down button is already hit. And I am going to change the noise amount, which is down here, to 10. So I'm going to change that to 10. Personal preference, you can do whatever it is you want to do. Now I'm going to add a camera back since I am almost finished. Told you this was not going to be that difficult. I'm going to push this back on the G axis because it's real up close. It's not going to be able to see it. Boom. I'm going to hit the camera. I am going to now hit the letter G so I can put this in the screen the way I want to put this in the screen, child. And I think I need to move it back some more so we can get the whole thing. So I'm going to do GY again. Push it back. Check my camera again. It's still going out the down. Going out the down camera. So let me hit my iconic sphere. Press G. It's probably going to be out the camera then too. And this is me just trying to figure out what angle I want to put this in. So let me highlight this. Let me do Control Alt 0 S. Let me do S here. Let me get out of this camera mode. Let me look at it from this angle. GY, back it up some more, and then press enter. I'm going to put GZ to move it up a bit. Like I said, y'all know y'all got to play with this camera. A lot of you guys have had questions about that one. It's almost there. Okay, so I'm a GZ again just to get it all in. Right? Boom. We lit. All right. So now we are going to add, get out of here like that. Now we're going to add, let me scale back here. Uh-oh. Are you guys finding this information helpful? There we go. Let me go
Yes,
here.
indeed.
And if you guys ever see people designing, they always design stuff like this, like for storefront pages, for different types of things, for videos, for people who want graphics done and design. So this is something really cool that if you put your mind to it, you'll get some good things out of it. Like I said, I use it for my elemental properties, but this is the basics to create these elemental properties. So I'm going to go to, why am I? Shift A, go back to force field. And now if you want to change this around a bit, you can add vortex. So now that you have vortex added, you want to go to their physics property, which is already up. And we're going to change the strength to 2 or as desired. So you can do whatever you want here. Let me change to 8 and let me see. Ooh, let me change to 8 because this might change. You see how that just changed? It totally changed the whole thing up. So do as you please with this. Let me keep playing with it to see how I like it. Let me try 5. Let me go back to, okay, there we go. Start from the beginning. So now I'm gonna see how it floats out. I like that. Let me see how I look with the camera. Ooh, child, let me put in my damn charger. Uh-uh. Before this thing shut off. Okay, there we go. Are we liking how that looks, or should you guys want me to change that some more? It kind of look cool to me.
Well, I think it looks on point. Actually, look like something that they're using like a Marvel movie or something.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, exactly.
It's making me hungry for avocado.
That's funny you said that. I had an avocado like an
Not the
hour and a half ago.
avocado.
Avocado salad.
Oh, I love avocado salad. I really do. I love avocado toast. I just love avocado period.
Girl.
I love it,
Okay.
y'all. I can eat avocados all day if I want, if I really did want to. Okay, so now that we have changed the strength, you can go in here and change like the inflow, the outflow. Like I said, this is up to you guys of how you guys want this to go. So you see they have wind factor, so you can make the wind blow a certain way. The Z direction, you can make that go a certain way. Like I said, I'm teaching you something basic, and this is what's going to be created from whatever you guys create yourselves. So now, in order for this to render out, right, let's highlight the icosphere back. In order for this animation to render out properly, you will need to bake this first. And baking is just like, it's like a mini render before you render out. Like it has to bake the animation because it's particles. Any type of particles that you do, please make sure that you bake it before you render it. Because if you render it out without baking it, you're not going to see nothing. Okay. So what we're going to do is, we already did all that, honey. We're going to go to the particles division, which is the one we've been in this whole time. We're going to go to cache. We're going to go scroll down. Okay. And you see where it says bake. We're going to bake. So they have all type of things. They have calculate the frame, current cache to bank, bake, all dynamics. So if you have more particles and stuff going on, you can do all of that. So also, before we bake, you can shift D this thing, right? So you can make it more than what it really is. I'm going to try shift D about and what is shift D? Anybody? Shift D. Nobody? Shift D is duplication.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Yeah. So shift D is always going to be duplication. So if you want to duplicate something and you don't want to be doing that one by one, this is the fastest way to do that. Shift D. Okay. So
Okay.
everybody, we're going to shift D in order to make this avocado. Okay. She got me talking about them damn avocado.
You better go ahead.
Shoot. Knowing I've been looking at this salad in my damn refrigerator. Okay, so that's what we have. I do want to scale these little balls down just a little bit. Uh-oh, too big. I'm gonna scale. No, I don't need the vortex. Need the ball. Scale that down. I'm just scaling these down because I can see these balls in here. Okay. So let me take a look at this from another angle before we bake all of this stuff. And remember, you can make different scenes out of here if you want to. Okay. So now we can bake. So what I'm gonna do is scroll back down, and you'll see it baking right now. You see how fast it's going at the bottom of the screen? That's baking it. And we all should already know how to make an MP4 file. We learned that in the first class. Boom, it's baked. Now, if you want to delete that bake and do something else, that's up to your leisure. But ladies and gentlemen, we can now figure out the rendering properties over here in this section, as we know how to do. Send this file to wherever you want this file to be sent to. I'm gonna call this Fireball. I'm gonna accept. And remember, please play with this. I don't want to see my y'all looking like mine. Like y'all know I don't really like that. But we're gonna do FFM video. We're gonna scroll down to encoding. We're gonna change the mantra to MP4. We're going to scroll down and change one thing that we've never changed, which is the output quality, and we're going to go to perceptually lossless. So that's the only thing we're going to change about this. And now we can go to render animation, and we will see this render in real time. And make sure when you render, it's actually animating at the same time, because if it's not, that means you did something wrong. This should be pretty easy. So I do want you guys to incorporate, for whoever already have done their slabs. Remember, this is about creation. So you can duplicate your slabs. You can duplicate the particles. You can incorporate your particles with your slabs. So any model that we have created, you can go back and do some of the quick animations as such. So to your already made projects, but that's solely up to you guys. It's just if you wanted to do that, but you guys see this is really easy, pretty simple. You can do water fluid this way as well. So be my guest. If you want to make the water this way, go ahead and show me how you make the water. I've made water already. That's going to be another class in classes replay. I will drop in that section. So does anybody have any questions on this? Pretty simple. No questions. Everybody's good.
Yeah, I'm good. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Yep.
Yep, I'm good.
I'm
So
good.
does anybody have questions of the previous project that we worked on? Because I know some of you guys haven't not finished. So if you guys wanted to go um over that, let me know about which
Yeah, yeah,
one
Gemini.
you had problems with.
This is Kush-Ups.
Yeah.
So when I was looking to have the rotation happen, I
Mm-hmm.
tried going in there and putting in 90 degrees, 45. Let me open up the
Mm-hmm.
file. And it just would not spin when I was pressing the play. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because I'm on 3.0, but what I did go do is I went on YouTube and look to see, how you work the animation on that particular version. And I did notice that, one of the videos was saying that there's some other areas you can go to do even more detail animations on there, but I don't think that's exactly what I was trying to have as a resolution for it to get to spin, because it just was not turning. And I also made sure I use the eye as well. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I feel like it's
So
it's a step or something I'm missing.
When you hit the I button, right?
Hmm.
It says rotation. So did you hit location or did you hit rotation?
Let me see. I'm in it right now. Okay, so I rotation.
And then when you hit I rotation, make sure you hit I rotation. Was it RZ90? Anybody know? I be doing so many
Yeah, it
things.
was 90. Yeah. Okay, so it's spinning now.
Oh, it's spinning now. There you go.
Yeah. Boom.
Simple
Okay.
thing. Anybody else with some questions?
So, hey, how you doing, Miss Gemini's NFT Barber? For
What's
me,
going on, NFT?
I'm here at the house chilling with the family. Um,
Okay.
and as far as the previous one, I think I'm pretty good on it right now. I'm at the point where I think I'm getting all I have to do is do the coloring and the texture and stuff like that. Um,
Okay.
Yep. I think, like you said, I was overcomplicating certain things and, just trying to make sure everything was, I was trying to really mirror it the way you were doing it just because, like, especially for that first one, I'm really just trying to kind of get,
Right.
all the different, all the gadgets and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just going to do the coloring now. And I don't know if
Okay.
you have any tips for me, but it's pretty straightforward. It's the same thing. It's just really going over the video and watching it over and over, really, for me.
Right. Okay. So about the background portion. So the background portion, when I split those cuts in two, that was just a personal preference. You don't have to do that. I did that because the way my screen was going to be played and the way that I wanted it to spin. But like I said, you got like if you know it was there's an unnecessary step that you don't want to do, or if it doesn't look right to you, or if you it's just it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, then just skip that part, especially if it really doesn't have anything to do with the actual like animation or model itself. So
Got
don't overcomplicate it for that reason.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I guess what I was trying to do is like I was looking at every step as almost like, okay, I figured like, oh, there's got to be a reason to learn this, right? So I just figured I wanted to
Hmm.
kind of I was trying to do it and then like make sure it did the same thing on my end that it was doing on your end. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah,
Hmm.
thank you.
No, you're welcome. No problem. Anybody else have any questions on that? This is still rendering. So when you see this going on here, that means it's still rendering. It's going through the process here. So do not exit out the screen early, because if you exit out the screen early while it's still doing this here, even though here it doesn't look like it's doing anything, it's still rendering out. Uh, so just make sure you're careful about that. You're gonna get a short clip video. I did that earlier. I was like, oh damn. But yeah. Anybody else have any questions on the first homework assignment that's been in the chat? She said, where are we? Go to meeting. Uh-oh. This is pretty T. Is Prosperous T here? Okay, maybe she didn't get the link. Yes. Was that Miss Mecca?
Yeah, peace. I had a quick
Peace, Mecca.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so on the last one of the issues I kept having was not getting everything in that box. And I thought I was backing, I saw the camera moving, so I know I was backing it up, but what was I doing wrong that even though I backed the camera up, everything still wasn't in the box? Was it because of the sphere, maybe?
So when you say everything wasn't in the box, you talking about the camera?
Mm-hmm.
So did you resize the slabs, or were you able to resize the camera point?
I mean, I didn't remember seeing you talk about resizing the camera, so maybe that was the issue because I don't know about resizing it. I just knew how to back it up, bring it in closer and pull it out further, but I couldn't figure out, I guess maybe how to widen the angle on it so it would get everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up right now. Hold on. Scam likely.
Yeah,
No.
them camera angles was pretty tricky. I had to play around with it.
I told you
Hey,
guys that y'all will have to play around with that camera, but um you see how I just imported this camera and it came straight to what axis are we on? You see that it came straight to the X axis, right? So
mm-hmm.
that's primarily where it would show up. So if you have to delete the camera and do it again, I urge you to delete that shit and do it
Oh,
again,
okay.
because if it's not doing what it's supposed to do, just start from scratch and do that, and then go from there. But you can resize the camera with the scale button hotkey, which is S.
Mm.
And you can change the camera on the different axes. So if you need to have it go up, if you wanted to tilt, if you wanted to do anything, just remember that it's GZ or GZYX or RZY X. So those
So,
are the hotkeys to move that around.
and you, okay, but you can't, it's rendering right now, so you can't show me, right? Since you're in the middle of
Yeah,
rendering.
you see, I've been trying to. I'm like, what?
Dang.
Can't even goddamn trying to pause trying to pause this section, but it ain't letting me pause this section. But y'all got what that's supposed to be doing, so I can just literally exit out of here. I've done three. I've done two of these already. Let me just save it. I think I already damn saved it. To be honest, downloads. It's going slow because it's rendering right now. Just give me a second. Uh, what did I call this? Fireball. Save that. Boom, boom. Okay, let's go back here. Exit here. That's why my computer running down damn slow, because of this section. All right. Save. Now we're gonna go to file. Let's shit. Okay. Go to Blender. General. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this camera. I'm gonna bring a new camera in. Yeah. You see, it's on the x-axis. So I'm gonna just GX this thing, slide it back, boom, go behind it, move my screen over. Baby, is this thing turned the other way? It sure is, honey. Let me go to RZ and move that around. So I'm doing RZ to move it towards the box, I believe. Am I doing this backwards? Or what? Let me do GZ, pull it up. I just turn this damn thing backwards. Do RZ again, turn it back around. This will get tricky if it's too high up. There we go. You see how I'm scaling it up? So
Yeah,
now we got action. I'm trying to figure out why
okay.
where the damn box at. Am I backwards still? What is wrong with me?
So backwards.
Lord, I'm like, what? I could have
Yeah.
sworn I just damn turned the thing around.
You
Oh my
did.
god! And then I damn put it back that way, honey. Let me get my
There
mind
you
right.
go.
Sorry. Let me do it again. Baby, turn around, please. There we go. There we go. There we go. Shit. Okay. There we go. See, we got action. So
Mm,
that's pretty much it. I'm using RZ,
okay,
and I'm using GX, and I'm using the S scale. That's all I did. That's
okay.
all I good.
Thank you.
So
I'm just,
hopefully that helps.
yeah, I had to figure it out. Thank you.
You welcome. Anybody else got any questions about the previous class?
I have a question. Hi guys, I just got here.
Hey, Prosperous Teen.
So, hey, so I've been having my issue is this. It seems very simple, but for whatever reason I can't click it. So you know how you round it out, how you smooth out the bevel at the beginning, how you grab that and how you click the corner and just grab it and smooth it out. I
Oh,
can't.
you talking about the mesh cube.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I found a workaround for that where I got it similar to how yours looked without actually having to click it and grab it. But we get to that clicking thing again when we have to grab the back of the plane to make the background. And I still can't click and grab for some reason. Like it's just not working.
It's not working?
Yeah, I don't know
Let me
what
pull you up.
look. I've tried, but for whatever reason, when I click, it just doesn't grab it or something.
Okay.
What
Let me
blender are
pull
you
you up.
working with?
Yeah.
I
Are you in
started
3.0 or 2.9?
with 3.0. I deleted that and installed 2.9. So this is 2.93, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Okay, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
Should be having no problems. Okay. So you saying when you come here?
But without, I start with just the plane without it being, brought up to the back without you bringing it up. So I
Oh,
can
you
get
just got the regular ground.
exactly,
Okay,
and
let
I
me do it
can't
for you.
click it and grab it to pull it up.
Oh, are you pressing E at the same time?
Do I have to hold down E or just press the E
Yeah, you're supposed to hold down the E at the same
while
time and
I'm
then stretch it
grabbing
up.
it?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what it is. Okay. I I've been hitting E and moving.
It
I'm
is
like, what am I
okay.
doing? Oh,
It is
okay,
okay,
wow.
honey. So I'm finna show you right now exactly what to do. So now I'm finna switch to edit mode real quick. I'm gonna hit the back of that plane, switch to edit mode. I selected the back edge of that of the plane. So now
hmm
we're gonna extrude it, and to extrude it, you just do that with E and just move it up. See, mine, I don't have to hold down E. All I did was hit the back of the plane
Hey.
and then
hmm
scroll it up, and then that's what it did. That's exactly what it did. Hopefully that helped.
And even when so even in the beginning when when you round out the slabs, right? When you round it out, when you do the bevel, like
Mm-hmm.
you click it. That's the first time that we have to click the edge and move it. Like that's the only part that I'm having a problem with is clicking an edge and moving it. Well, not moving it. That's a different function, but
Extruding it.
exactly.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is Control Z. I'm gonna undo it. So this is what we're doing here. So what you want to do, we're still in edit mode. You want to make sure that this is clicked. The back of this
hmm
is clicked. Let me go off edit mode, right? Go back
hmm
to edit mode. Click the back of the edge of the plane. Select. All you do is hit the letter E on your key tab or whatever, and just pull it up. That's it. So then you'll see
Okay.
this little cut here, but that's when you add the subdivision to smooth that part
To
out.
smooth it out, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
Yep.
want to keep trying.
Okay. Let me know. Because it should be simple. Because I can screen share with you and just say you do it right then and there.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yep. I hope I know you missed a little class, but this is being recorded.
Yeah, I was sitting in there waiting. I'm like, where are we? I'm emailing, DMing everybody like, where are we? Where are
Really?
we?
I'm so sorry. I put the go-to meetings in a general chat because I can't put it in the announcements tab because everybody is in a
Oh,
student mode.
got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay. But
So
you said
next
you
time, just
recorded
check the
it?
general chat. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Will
You're
do.
welcome. Anybody else got any questions?
I have a question for this particular part right here. Whenever you did that plane that went up, vertically, what
Uh-huh.
did you input a certain size, or did you just kind of did you go up? That would, for me, I had to I didn't know like if it had to be a certain height or not.
No, it's what you want it to be. So
Gotcha,
as long as it is above the slabs, so it looks like a
gotcha.
backdrop, that's all that matters.
Got it, got it, got it. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Anybody else got any? You welcome. Anybody else got any questions? I'm here. While I'm here. All right. So I presume that you guys will turn in your homework without any issues. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Right,
gonna try
y'all.
this again. If I have any issues, I'll let you know. But I think I'm just gonna keep at it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I'm like,
Yeah, you
you
can hit
do
me up
it
on the
when
side.
you do you do it in like 2 seconds. It's like boom, boom. I'm like, this is not that hard. What is the problem?
You will get it, I promise you. When you do it again this time, you gonna be like, damn, I really was sitting here all this time. I'm telling you, you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get it right then and there.
yeah,
Thank you. I
Gemini, this
will.
Kush, I'm gonna try downloading the 2.9 and see if that makes a difference.
Okay. What problems are you having?
No, I just want to be on the same version because I think this version is a little bit different. So if she
Okay.
says she got the 2.9, I'm gonna go ahead and make that switch just so we're on the same version.
Okay, yeah. Let me know. Let me know if that gives you any
Yeah, I
issue.
gotta find that one too. I've been using 3.0, but turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, yours was
Lucky y'all,
y'all's
'cause
was good.
my computer won't let me download 2.9.
Really?
It
Because
will
it's the
not.
Mac.
It will
Oh,
not.
you have a Mac. I was gonna say,
It
did you
will
use that
not.
link that someone put up there?
I
Mm.
tried. It will not.
Mm.
Oh man.
Now mine is 2.9. What is it? Long support, long support, something. Something. It had a few letters behind it, basically saying that they would continue support on this one. So that was the only 2.9 that I was able to get. So I got it. But it's
Okay.
2.93 continued support or something like that.
Mm. It's as long as it's 2.93, you should be fine. Because that's the
Yeah.
one I
Okay. Okay.
got. Yeah, that's the one I got. But anybody got any more questions for me? A lot of you guys already done turned to y'all homework. So, like I said, just get into the classes replay because if you want to start in Blender, go ahead and start with phase 2 and not phase 1. That's just if you want to go straight into Blender and go back to phase 1 later because I know a lot of you guys have already taken classes on what is an NFT, how to mint it, and all this other stuff. So that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying that. Because I did those in the very beginning of when I created this Discord. So if you want to get into Blender and create the 3D creature that's you guys seen some of us make, which is, let me see if I got it here.
Yeah, the little
Which is,
crawling thing.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's a little robot-y monster thing.
you so silly. But yeah, that one. Creature skate and blend. Let me see if that's the one. Okay, here it is. This is the one. So this one we didn't do any texture. Oh, it's always zoomed in. Hold on. We didn't do any texture, but y'all know how to texture now, so y'all can do that on your own. This is actually fairly simple once you get in here and do it. Well, I ain't gonna say that. It's a lot of technical things to get this to do what it is doing right now. You will have complications. You will have to restart. I'm letting you know that right now. But this is how I had my students start off, and this because I wanted them to do something intermediate. So the easy stuff would be super easy, if that makes sense.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the next step that y'all will be doing in the classes so y'all can get up in there and create your direction controller. So we're learning how to manually animate things and manually construct an actual model in here. So that'll be fun for you guys to do. So get in there and turn in your homework and homework submissions. If you guys don't have any more questions, we can go ahead and end this live right now. I appreciate everybody for hopping on. Push-ups, Angie, Wealthy Sins, Melco, Prosperous T, NFT Barber, and Metamore. I appreciate everybody for getting on this call and getting some of this knowledge. And we will be airdropping you guys that land key pretty soon. And for y'all who submitted your submissions for the virtual raffle ticket, we already have you guys' names, and that will be a platinum level, because the people who are NFT holders, that is the gold, like the gold cosmic status, because you guys are the first people to purchase the Genesis NFTs from Metaverse Creators Connect. So you guys will have a lot of different access and access granted to a lot of different projects that we got coming up. But for the platinum level, because a lot of you guys will still be doing the old homework, this will be kind of like a one-on-one between me and you with the metahumans that we're going to be downloading. And so once we download the metahumans, you guys will have a one-on-one with me on that, but that won't be until the next month. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
So I appreciate you guys, and I'm gonna tap out, and I hope y'all guys have a good rest of y'all night.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you as well.
Queen.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice one.
Yeah,
Family.
man.
Thank
You
you.
guys welcome.
Thank
Peace
you. I
and blessings.
appreciate it for sure.